Hi there, my name is Dr. Hillary Roberts, Program Director for Missouri State University's Masters of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics program and our Dietetic Internship, and looking forward to taking you through our virtual open house today in less than 20 minutes. So let's get started. And it likes to do this to me, but we will get going here. Okay, a little bit about Missouri State. Missouri State University is located in Springfield, Missouri. Think of in the southwest corner of the state, located in the heart of the Ozarks. There's lots of nature trails, lots of things to do outdoors. You will be here around in the summertime. There's lots of lakes. Yes, lots of lakes, lots of swimming, lots of trails around campus. I love to take walks to the library, which you're looking at here. Look at the fountains. There's shopping, local stores, local coffee shops, local restaurants. Over 23,000 students on campus, so lots to do. Um, as you can see here, you see the fountains, you see the rec center, and again, the library. You are a full-time graduate student in our program. You are paying student service fees, which does give you full access to the rec center, to the library, to the health center. I will say you're not usually studying at the library, but you're using all of their indexes and databases online. You have access to a wealth of peer-reviewed journal articles that you will be using as you write your scholarly papers in our academic program. Here's a picture of where our MSU Care Clinic is located in the O'Reilly Clinical Health Sciences Center. This is in collaboration with Mercy Health Center. MSU Care Clinic serves the uninsured population. One of our faculty here also serves as a dietitian there, and you will be with her several times throughout the program, working with her, practicing your motivational interviewing skills, and providing education and counseling to the clients at MSU Care Clinic. So again, we're located in Springfield, Missouri, and we do have two programs. We have our 9-month dietetic internship program. So if you already have a graduate degree in anything, you already have a graduate degree, you can apply for our 9-month dietetic internship graduate certificate program. That graduate certificate program for you would run August to May. If you do not have a graduate degree program, you will apply for our 1.5-year Masters of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics program, our combined Masters in Dietetic Internship program. So we made a program change. This is a new change. We've reduced our program from 2 years to 1.5 years. Then we added a clinical track. So we have 2 tracks that you choose once you are accepted into the program. You have the population health track, and we have a clinical track. So again, we are accredited for 12 students a year. All 12 students could choose either track. So you would choose the track once you're admitted to the program. Within the dietetic internship practicum, you also then choose a focus area, which is rural health or public affairs. The focus of that rural health and public affairs becomes more prominent in your individualized rotation, which is a 5-week rotation you complete in the spring semester of the program. Again, it's a 5-week rotation that you create with the help of preceptors and faculty here. You will submit several proposals where you're looking at community needs. And we try to find meet a community need through that practicum. You'll look at our mission statement. We're preparing you to be competent dietitians like all programs are doing here. Citizen scholars, you're going to have that expertise in public affairs or rural health. Also, public affairs is the mission of Missouri State University. So it ties us in with our university mission statement. And we are helping to meet the needs of dietetic practitioners across the nation, which there is a shortage of dietitians. There are lots of jobs for you waiting when you graduate. All of our students are finding jobs very quickly once they graduate. There's a picture of when we went to Fincy. We are going to Fincy again this year in Nashville. So when Fincy is close to Missouri, especially when it's driving distance, we are all driving there and having a great time there. Our program goals, you'll begin to be competent for practice. All of our surveys to employers, surveys to alumni do come back showing that our students feel competent, and our preceptors state that our students are competent and demonstrate strong leadership skills compared to graduates from other programs. And then we're looking that you're going to demonstrate lifelong learning skills to enhance the nutrition and dietetic profession. Again, demonstrating those leadership skills in the field. So when we look at the values of our program, leadership is one of our values. And we are looking that you have had some type of leadership skills, or that you want to grow within those leadership skills. Okay, because that's also a program goal of ours, is that you want to demonstrate leadership in the field. So, and leadership to us is defined in many different ways. You don't have to hold an office or position in, say, your like local student dietetic association. Maybe you're a working parent and you've done something with your local parent teachers association that's shown leadership. So this can look different for every single student, what leadership is and means to them. But we want that to come we want that to become apparent and what that means to you in your personal philosophy statement and in your interview. And then if you don't feel that, like if you don't currently identify as a leader, then we're hoping that, we want that to be a goal of yours then throughout our program. Because as you can see, that is a goal of our program, and it is certainly a value of our program, as you're going to see here. So leadership, communication, collaboration, and authenticity is what our program is grounded in. And like you can see, this picture here doesn't get much more authentic than this cohort of students. All of their personalities are shining through that authenticity. We're looking for that authenticity of who you are running throughout your personal philosophy statement, your interview, your references may highlight characteristics and attributes too. And we're hoping that the person that we see in that interview is a person that shows up for the program. We're really wanting to get to know who you are, and like what makes you shine, what makes you tick. We're a very hands-on program, or a people focused program. We get a lot of like FaceTime, right? Client, a lot of hours with people. You're getting exposed to a lot of different supervised practice sites. You're meeting a lot of preceptors, you're meeting a lot of clients. And so that communication skill becomes very important, that you like to be around people and get to know others. Our preceptors like to know you and who you are. Faculty very much here at Missouri State. We have 7 nutrition and dietetics faculty. We like to get to know our students. So it's definitely a value of ours. And then teamwork and collaboration. Healthcare, there's a lot of, interdisciplinary work within healthcare, and we integrate that throughout our program. What else about us? We've had over 98% first year pass rate on the RD exam for over a decade. So we're very proud of that. We've integrated different study skills and RD exam study prep tests throughout the program. Your last semester of the program, you'll be taking a class that helps you prepare to pass that test. And all of our students get employed within 12 months. There's lots of jobs. Many of our students in that 5-week practicum that you develop end up developing that at a location that they want to work in. And many of them then end up getting asked, get a job offer at that location. Okay, cost. We're a very affordable program. If you look at our current tuition rates, so the top ones are for our internship. Our internship is 16 credit hours. So this is looking at tuition rates only. All right, so tuition rates only at $394 a credit hour, pardon me, for 16 credit hours, just over $6,000. For a non-Missouri resident, just under $12,000. Excuse me. We have several online courses. All of our online courses are at in-state tuition. Okay, so at Missouri State, any online course you take that is coded as an online course is 394 credit hours. It's $394, or whatever the in-state tuition is at that time. If it is a seated course, you're going to pay that out-of-state tuition at $786, or if you're in-state, $394. For the master's program, as a Missouri resident, just under $14,000 for tuition. For non-Missouri resident at $22,000. Do go to our website for our entire list of breakdown of costs, so you can see the student service fees and our program fee. So we have a program fee of $1,000, which is spread out over each semester. That $1,000 is meant so that you have minimal, if any, out-of-pocket fees. So that $1,000 is going to pay for your background check. It's going to pay for your drug test. It's going to pay for your the liability insurance that is required. It pays for eValue, which tracks all of our hours and competencies, our scheduling, and more. So there's several different items that $1,000 pays for to try to minimize any out-of-pocket expenses for you as a student. Even us going to FNCE this year as faculty, we were able to get a grant that students could apply for to take care of the cost to go to FNCE and housing. So most all of our students are going for free to even FNCE. So we really try do all that we can to keep your out-of-pocket expenses to a minimal. Again, you are a full-time student enrolled in at least in a minimum of 9 credit hours each semester, which does make you eligible for financial aid. So you can apply for financial aid. We have 2 scholarships for out-of-state students. The MOGO scholarship, if you have a 3.25 undergraduate GPA or higher for both of those, or the Midwest Student Exchange, you're eligible for those scholarships. So go to our financial aid graduate scholarship website to read more. The MOGO scholarship is going to take the difference between out-of-state and in-state tuition and decrease that by 75%. So it's quite a significant decrease in what tuition ends up running you. And then if you're from Indiana, Kansas, Minnesota, Nebraska, and on down there, North Dakota, Ohio, Wisconsin, and 3.25 or higher undergraduate, you are granted in-state tuition. You have a full waiver of out-of-state fees. And so you get in-state tuition here at Missouri State. Also on this slide, so we are now a 1.5-year program. If you want to extend graduation for 2 years, you can, and you can apply to be a GA or a TA, get a graduate assistantship or a teaching assistantship that second year. So unlike many programs, we front load your supervised practice hours. All right, we have a summer start, summer, fall, spring. You're going to complete all of your practicum hours, your 1,000 hours. And then you're going to have summer, fall. You can do an online summer class and then finish in a fall, your didactic classes. But if you want to extend graduation out and do 2 years, you can. And you can apply for an assistantship. We can spread out your hours. It's a 35-hour program. We can spread out your hours. You can apply for an assistantship that second year. See, assistantships are for like a full 9 months, a fall, spring. They're not full, just a fall. So you'd have to extend graduation. But we have students wanting to do that this year. And we're making that happen because there's assistantships on campus at our food pantry, employee wellness, our nutrition and dietetics program. We have an assistantship, a teaching assistantship. And then if you get that assistantship, it pays for all of your tuition and your student service fees. Yeah, your student service fees. And you get a $1,000 stipend, just over $1,000 for that second year. Okay, so it pays for all your tuition for year 2 and all your student service fees for year 2 and a $1,000 stipend. So email me, hroberts@MissouriState.edu. I'm happy to meet with you via Zoom to discuss that more. You can also read about it more on our website at the Graduate College Scholarships and Financial Aid. All right, admission requirements. These are in the order that we rank them. Your Zoom interview is very important to us. So once again, communication skills and that authenticity is what we're looking for there. Your personal statement. What are you interested in nutrition and dietetics? If that includes lots of things, that's fine. Include some of that and let us know. Just say that. Like, I'm interested in a lot of things, from pediatrics to sports nutrition to long-term care. Okay, all the areas, right? All different age groups. So I look forward to coming to your program because I want to be exposed to a lot of different populations. Okay, great. You're going to be a great fit here then, because you're going to be exposed to a lot of different areas. Okay. How is this program going to help you accomplish those goals? Well, there's how the program will help you accomplish those goals. So we are looking for that you're going to be happy here. Like in the end, that's what we're wanting to figure out. We don't want you to come here and not be happy, not be supported. We want to make sure that whatever you need support in, we're able to provide that support and that you're going to be happy here. So if you're moving here from across the country, you're going to feel supported and be happy in our program. So once again, a lot like in our community nutrition practicum, it's 6 weeks. You're at 5 to 6 different sites. Okay, so you're exposed to 5 to 6 different sites. That's 5 to 6 different preceptors every week. And our students love it. That's why they come here. But if you're looking for a program where you're at one site for 6 weeks, that's not us. You're exposed to a lot of different areas. Okay, we're looking for work and or volunteer experience, not a certain amount of hours, just that you've had something. Not all of our students always have work and or volunteer experience. Again, we look at applications holistically. I kind of go back to my like working parent example with like the PTA earlier with leadership. If you're a working parent, well, you're working. You're working. You may not be working in nutrition and dietetics. You're working in a job to pay the bills. And so you're just going to talk to us about that, and you haven't had time to do volunteer work. You're not able to change your job to do something in nutrition and dietetics. But here's my commitment to your program. Here's my commitment to school, and you're going to discuss that. You need 2 letters of recommendation. One is from a dietetic academic reference, so one of your instructors, and one is from work or volunteer. All right, so think of them more as character references. And then GPA is what we rank last, looking at a GPA of 3.0 or higher over your last 60 hours of academic work. So we're not looking at your first year of your college career. We're looking at your more recent last 60 hours, mainly your last 2 years. Okay, you can look at our website for further admission criterion. You do need to have an undergraduate degree from an MSND accredited program. You do need to have to show that you're going to get your verification statement, or you have your verification statement called Declaration of Intent for that declaration statement. How to apply? So you're going to apply through DICAS. You do not apply anything through Missouri State. Okay, so Missouri State, there's no application fee here. You just pay your DICAS fee. When you apply through DICAS as a non-Missouri State undergraduate student, be sure that you are filling out the correct Missouri State application. You're not applying for early decision. Okay, our early decision is only for Missouri State undergrads. So you're just applying for either the Missouri State February 1st deadline, the MSU MSND, or the MSU Dietetic Internship. But remember, the Dietetic Internship, you'd have to have upload proof that you have a graduate degree or intend to complete that graduate degree by the end of May. Okay, because we have a June start. So you'd have to have that graduate degree done by the end of May. But you're going to be admitted to the MSU Graduate College after you accept once we give you the offer letter and you accept, then I'll get you admitted to the graduate college. You don't pay any fee to Missouri State. Okay, then you will pay a placeholder fee to hold your spot for $500. And then as long as you show up in summer, right, this is when we had a fall start. I'll see if I can get this changed this summer, because we've always had a fall start, and then as long as you show up for the first 2 weeks of the fall semester, then after that first 2 weeks, then this is applied to your tuition in the fall. Like you get your $500 back at the end of that second week. We now have a June start, so I can look into seeing if that $500 could be applied to your student account, that it'd be the end of June. But if not the end of June, you would get it applied back the second week. It's usually like the second week of September that's applied back to student accounts. All right, so what are our dates? Our application due date is February 1st. So for you, that's February 1st, 2026. Then we will let you know by February 15th. And then you have a month. You have till March 15th. So March 15th is a universal deadline, right, across all graduate programs in dietetics. Okay, you have that March 15th deadline. So all programs will let you know by March 1st. We're going to let you know by February 15th, but all programs have to let you know by March 1st, and then you have those 2 weeks to figure out what program to accept or decline. So just let me know by the 15th of March. Okay, additional items. So we accept 12 students in the spring. Yeah, it's not a match. I need to take that word out, but we accept 12 students in the spring. We are a summer start. Okay, so that's how we're getting you out in a year and a half, is we do have to have a summer start, a June start. Our practicums follow the academic year, but not the academic calendar. Meaning, like the academic calendar, you would be off for, say, we have fall break, right, coming up. But practicums, you don't get off for fall break. You would still go to practicum for fall break. So different things like that. But they follow the academic year, but not the exact academic calendar. Now, I do have our practicum calendar on our website. If you go to the Dietetic Internship website, the calendar is linked there. I also have it in our virtual open house here for this year. So orientation in June is 3 days. This year we had, I think June 9th, 10th, 11th, somewhere right in there, 8th, 9th, 10th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Then we had the population health nutrition practicum ran for 6 weeks, mid-June to just into July. And then students had off 2 to 3 weeks before they had a second 1-week orientation in August to get you ready for MNT 1, which runs for 6 weeks. Then you have your food service management, runs for 5 weeks. You have intersessions, think of that as an orientation 3 to get you ready for MNT 2. Then you have MNT 2, it's 8 weeks, it includes a week of dialysis, and you have 2 weeks of staff relief. Your individualized area of concentration is in rural health or public affairs. It's your 5-week individualized rotation. We help you design that. We help you design that. And then you have capstone days end of April. Now, throughout this time, you are also taking didactic classes, right? So you will be here at Missouri State. We are not a distance program where you're finding your own sites. We are finding your sites for you. Even with the individualized area of concentration, we are here to assist. We provide you with a list of ideas. Some students go to new sites, and that's fine. But we provide you with a list of ideas. We help you design that. But you're taking seated classes here. Students placed in Northwest Arkansas, if you have housing there, yes, we Zoom you into class for those. But we're not like a distance program where you find your sites in, say, Washington or Oregon or Pennsylvania. Like you're going to be here in Missouri, Arkansas, living here. And if you are at a site that's over an hour away, we would Zoom you in for class those days. Okay, so our master's degree is a combined MSDI. For a total of 35 credit hours, you have your 2 tracks. Here are your core classes. All right, so everybody's taking the 13 credit hours in practicums. Everyone's taking those 4 1 credit hour advanced dietetic courses, like advanced food service management, advanced population health nutrition, advanced MNT. And then we have our advanced counseling. You have your leadership class and stats, research, non-thesis. Non-thesis, thesis, everyone's chosen non-thesis, but we do have thesis option if you want to try thesis. All right, here's our population health track. We list 6 different classes you can choose from, and you choose 3. Some of these are seated, some of these are online, some of these are blended. Blended is a few days, some days of the week you meet online, and then you have a seated class one day. So they're offered in different ways. Some of these are offered over the summer and some aren't. So there's lots of different ways the modality of these is unique. Each is unique. Clinical track, these are the 3 classes you take. These are the 9 hours. So you have pharmacology, advanced human nutrition and metabolism, and GI. All right. So those are the 3 classes that you take for clinical. Then for the DI only, this is just for those of you who have the graduate degree. It's 16 credit hours. You have the 13 credit hours in practicums, and you are taking the 3 1 credit hour. I have that as online courses during the first semester of the program. DTN 750 is seated. DTN 750 is seated. The other 2 are online. DTN 750, again, if you were at a rural hospital far away from Springfield, we would Zoom you in for a class, but that is considered a seated class. It is not in-state tuition, just FYI. 752 is an online class. 753, it is considered an online class as well. No exams in these classes. It's case studies, it's group discussion, presentations. It's all applied assignments. We also have education abroad. We have a lot of faculty leading education abroad. We partner with Education Abroad here at Missouri State, who then partners with another education abroad like company. Then you're able to go over the summer, pardon me, to Australia, Japan, New Zealand, Spain. We've had students go to Emma's in New Zealand there, and then Sam is in Spain, Barcelona. At a research hospital, and then at a food service company doing like serve safe modules, materials. So you do have that option, and it looks differently for each student. For some students, this becomes that individualized rotation. For other students, it's another class, so we can talk about that. But we have other opportunities too. There's 1 week experiences over spring break. This year, faculty members going to the Dominican Republic. And then we have another faculty this year going to Alaska for 2 weeks, the end of June. So there's lots of different study abroad opportunities that can count as graduate credit as well. So if you're interested in education abroad, there's many opportunities here at Missouri State for you. All right, so here's the rural health competencies and the public health, the public affairs competencies. If you want to learn more about those in that practicum and area concentration, that's the individualized rotation. Public affairs, think more leadership, policy, media skills. Yeah, I mean, students just love this rotation. I mean, you get to design it. You know, if you're interested in employee wellness, get Bass Pro Shops. If you're interested more in retail dietetics, think grocery stores, I mean, you get to design it. A couple of years ago, we had a student complete a full Alpha Gal series for Hy-Vee, and that's what the dietitian, that's what she uses that series to this, I mean, all the time. It was an awesome series that she developed and then provided the classes. So sports nutrition, and combined it with creating a seed library here at Missouri State. It was amazing, where you can donate seeds for planting. Think of container gardening and you have seeds. And she gave container gardening classes as well, which we still provide to this day. I mean, it's just amazing what you all think of. I just love it. So lots of different classes here you're going to see. Again, we're meeting needs of the community that just haven't been met. Public affairs. And again, a lot of times from these students are getting jobs. So I've had a student get a job at Prime Trucking from her project. Hy-Vee, working at Hy-Vee. The student who worked at Springfield Public Schools now works at another public school. Not Springfield, but another. Well, actually, the person at Springfield Public School did do her pack rotation at Springfield Public School. So it comes full circle sometimes. Yeah. So sky's the limit. It really is with those PAC projects. This is giving you kind of a snapshot of how the practice In the fall, our rural hospitals and food service. In the spring, regional hospital and PAC. We have a lot of IE and professional education simulations built in. Pediatric faculty, a lot of with fit, go to fit. We can. Um, systems we work with here. So a lot of rural locations because that rural health competency is kind of ingrained throughout our program. But you're going to see larger cities as well. St. Louis, we even have, it's a few sites in Kansas City, but St. Louis is more prominent. Rogers, Arkansas, Freeman and Joplin and Neosho, Freeman hospitals. Cox Health with Springfield, Branson, and Monette. We work with them a lot. Citizens Memorial's Rural Hospital in Bolivar. Ozarks Healthcare in West Plains. Phelps Health in Rolla. We have housing there for you. And then if you have housing in Osage Beach, it's a great facility, Lake Regional. So again, some of these sites we use only if you have housing. But Joplin we use a lot. So students are driving back and forth to Joplin in our program. That is kind of part of the course. But we have excellent preceptors over in Joplin. So Joplin is just west of Springfield. You're looking at an hour drive to Joplin. Unless traffic's really moving, then you're going to get there a bit quicker, but it's about an hour. So population health, lots of different sites. We have Arc of the Ozarks working with clients with intellectual developmental disabilities here in Springfield as well as Joplin. Ozarks Food Harvest and Crosslines, our food banks, food pantries. Jordan Valley's Community Health Clinic, Burrell Behavioral Health, has clients with eating disorders and many different behavioral health conditions. Hy-Vee, grocery store with retail dietetics, retail nutrition. MSU Athletics, faculty member here is a dietitian for all the athletes here on campus. So MU Extension and WIC. And there's others. I'm just kind of giving you a snapshot. All right, food service. So food service is a 5-week rotation. For the most part, you're paired at a large facility and a smaller facility. For the most part, not always. Sometimes you're just at a large facility completing all the standards for food service. So it kind of depends on the facility's needs. Okay, I think I did it under 20 minutes. I do believe so. Oh no, I went over. But 30, we're at 30. Okay, so well, I encourage you to find your path, right? Find your path in nutrition and dietetics, and whether that leads you to Missouri State or not, I am hoping that you find your path to a great program that helps you meet your needs, as my daughters are in their local nature center here, right, on their path in life. You can visit our websites there. We have a social media account. What else? Yeah, I'm here to answer questions. Send me an email and I'm happy to Zoom with you. Thank you. Thank you very much and have a great day.